Welcome back, guys. Some of you may already know, but for those of you who are new, this is actually my second time doing the program and I'm redoing it for a couple of reasons, but I'll get into that shortly. So yeah, I have already done a Couch to 5K program and I sort of did a summary video of the experience and how I found it. So if you haven't checked that out, definitely do that. But I wanted to, this time around, do a more in-depth journey. I wanted to do a weekly summary video, more focused on my runs, my pace, what I'm eating, just a lot more info as opposed to the last time. It was sort of a summary overall altogether. And this time I want to do it more in depth. So the reason why I'm restarting this is basically about a year ago now, I was a beginner runner. I had only run here and there, not very often. I was very inexperienced. I was very slow. And for some reason, my husband and I decided to sign up for a half marathon, which is crazy because we didn't have any running experience. So we signed up before we had any experience. And that is when we started the Couch to 5K program. We then went on to do a 5 to 10K program and a 10 to half marathon program, but we didn't get around to actually filming a summary video of those because we've had a lot of holidays throughout that time. And yeah, we missed a lot of runs, and coming towards the end near the half marathon, we really had to knuckle down and focus. So I didn't end up doing summary videos of those, but that is why restarting the programs this time, I want to do in-depth week by week for each of the programs. We did the half marathon in July of this year. So we did the Asics half marathon in Gold Coast. Okay, so it's about 4 a.m. now. We woke up at 3 just to play it safe because there's going to be so many people. We want to make sure we're not running late. And they say to be there an hour before at 5:15. So we've had our coffee. We're just having a rice cracker with peanut butter. There was no banana left at the shops. But yeah, then we're going to shower, brush our teeth, get ready, and hopefully we'll have some time to stretch before we actually leave to catch the tram at 4:45. But yeah, today's the day, guys. Been training months for this. Excited to get it done. So it's bucketing down rain. The hell's my finger doing? So I didn't reach my goal of running it consistently, which I think came down to a few reasons. I mean, I don't want to make excuses, but yeah, on the day, I just found it so hard to push through. So the longest that I've ever run without stopping consistently has been 18 kilometers. And on the day, you know, everyone was like, oh, you know, if you can do 18, you'll be fine. And I never did more than 18. And on the day, that is what I got to. So I ran 18 kilometers. I stopped and walked for a tiny bit, and then I ran the rest of the way.
You got this, baby.
If you're gonna stop, I will be able to find my screenshot, either my Strava or my Apple Fitness watch. I can insert the run, how many kilometers it was, what my pace was. I ran around the pace that I was training at anyway. On the day of the race, it was horrendous rain. So Gold Coast is usually known for being really sunny and tropical, but on the day it was pouring rain. We got outside and it was winter in Australia, so it was freezing. We definitely weren't prepared for that. We didn't have rain jackets or rain resistant anything. So when we were on our way to the race, we were getting absolutely soaked. So before we started it, yeah, we had soaked shoes, soaked socks. It was not a vibe, but we had to get up really, really early. I think we got up at like 3:30 maybe, because I was scared of not making it there on time. We made it there just on time pretty much, because lining up for the cubicles and dropping your bags in and stuff to pee before the race, there were so many people. But luckily, because my pace was towards the slower end, we were at the very back of the line. And if anyone's done the Gold Coast Asics half or full marathon, you'll know that there's so many people. So we had so much time anyway by the time everyone walked to the front of the start. But yeah, so I didn't reach my goal of running the marathon all the way through. No, not marathon. Scratch that. Finished the half marathon in before the cutoff time or within a time frame, which I did. So I didn't Yes, so that was a really long story. But anyway, the reason why I want to restart this program is because I completed my goal of finishing the half marathon, but I didn't reach my goal in wanting to run it from start to finish without stopping, non-stop. So I've decided to start training up again right from the very beginning so that next year in the half marathon, I can run it all the way. And if possible, my new goal is to do it a sub 2-hour marathon, so under 2 hours, which we'll see how we go, because the very first, when I did it before, I think I need to double check the records. Like I said, I'll put it up on the screen, but I feel like it took me 2 hours and 40 something minutes, I want to say, because my pace is around 7:30 per kilometre. So when we came back from our holidays, mid to end of July, I wanted to have a break from running. I feel like towards the end, I wasn't really enjoying it because it was so stressful leading up to the half marathon. I was scared that I wasn't going to be able to do it, and we were just fitting in as many runs as we can, and we didn't really have that much time to rest before it, which I think probably wasn't good. So when we came back, I wanted all my blisters and stuff to heal, but I also just wanted a little bit of time off from running. We did a few runs here and there, like sporadic runs, I think attempting to get back into it, like get back into running, and honestly, I just had a meltdown. Like I absolutely had a meltdown, probably on numerous occasions, because it's so weird to be able to run 18 kilometers non-stop and then to come back and just struggle to do 3 kilometers. Like, I don't even know. I think it's partly a mental thing.
Not a great start. Just did my first 5k at a faster pace. I pulled the pin at 3:18, 3:20. I feel so hot. You can probably tell by my face. I just feel like I could cook an egg on my face. And I feel like I'm gonna spew. So I'm walking the rest of the way. Any run's better than no run. So Michael and I were just discussing, and I've had about 2 months, probably less than 2 months off. A half marathon was at the start of July. It's now almost the end of August, and we've done about 5 random runs since then. So we haven't been consistent, and I think I've lost a lot of my endurance and fitness. So I'm gonna repeat the 5 to 10k program to sort of build up my endurance again. And then we'll look at getting a faster pace, but I really want to achieve the longer runs because right now it feels impossible. So I think if we just sort of start, not back from the very start, but to an easier program to build up my endurance, and then we can work on pace, because I don't really care about going fast right now. I just want to be able to run long. It's just crazy that was less than 3.5, and I feel like I'm struggling. And we've done 21 before, so I'm like, what? But yeah, so starting from tomorrow, we're gonna restart. I probably have a mad sweat moustache. Starting from tomorrow, we're gonna restart the 5 to 10k program, and then see where I'm at with my fitness. So it is officially day 1, restarting the 5 to 10k program. I got my speed dealers on. Let's kick it. Way too fast. Slow it down. We just hit our first kilometer and we're going way fast, and we're supposed to hold a conversation. So I'll go into hyperventilating if we don't slow down. So just drop our pace a bit. My whole body's like stitching up again.
Okay. You alright? Do you want to walk?
Just until I catch my breath.
That's fine.
I just got my watch, but I'll put my Strava up. I think we did about 24 minutes. It was supposed to be a 30-minute easy run. started off way too quick. I have a bad habit of doing that. So at the start of the 5 to 10k program, it's 30-minute easy runs, as in whatever pace is easy for you, to be able to hold a conversation. So for me, because my normal pace is about 7:30, my easy run pace should be like 8:30. Oh, my bike.
Oh.
And our first K was like 6:50. Hell no. But I had a bit of a meltdown. We're just gonna walk back the rest of the way.
It's the build up right now in Darwin, so it's very hot, very humid. And yeah, having that break from running, I definitely felt the difference, like cardiovascular wise. And another contributing factor aside from the weather right now, I think is also being on all those holidays and eating those good foods. I wasn't really controlling my diet before I left for the half marathon. And then now 3 months later, I'm actually 3 kilos heavier. So, and I definitely feel that when I'm running that I am 3 kilos heavier. But yeah, so basically wanting to restart this because I didn't reach my goal in the half marathon last year. I'm now struggling to get back on track because I'm 3 kilos heavier. The weather's been insanely hot and we've just had so much time off because I've been lethargic. I got some stitches, like some moles cut out, some stitches in, so I couldn't run at all at one point. I've had issues with my iron levels. I've had to be on iron tablet. Just so many things have added up, and then next thing you know, it's been 3 months and I've run like once a month, which is crazy. Anyway, so this week I restarted the Couch to 5k program on all of the days in the week. So it's 3 days a week and they're all the same intervals, which I would have put up on the screen earlier. It was quite like, I mean, it was easy in comparison to what I've done in the past mentally, not really cardiovascular wise, because you would have seen that I was huffing and puffing, which obviously that doesn't seem like easy breezy to me or to anyone else. But yeah, mental wise, it was easy because you're running for short bursts at a time. Even though I was getting puffed, I knew that I would have a walking break because of the intervals. Sorry, I've just got my phone here as well because I've made some notes so I don't forget. Yeah, so this week the running was a bit off though, because in the program you're supposed to run on Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays, but because there were times where we were lazy throughout the week or we had something on, we were like, oh, we'll just do it tomorrow. So the runs that we had this week were a bit sporadic and not with the program, which I guess is life sometimes, and I'm trying to keep it as realistic as possible. But yeah, so we didn't really run on the designated days. Hiccup, excuse me. Yeah, we didn't run on the designated days that the program said, but we did definitely run 3 days, which is good, and we'll just have to see how we go. But yes, so because I didn't reach my goal, I'm hitting the reset button and I'm going back to the Couch to 5k program and starting all over again. But like I said, this time though is going to be different, and I'm going to be documenting it week by week, my journey, so you can see the ups, the downs, and everything in between. So if you're thinking about starting running or thinking about getting back into it, you're not alone and it's never too late. So here's to starting fresh and sweating it out. We'll see how we go, but follow along with my journey for... No, what am I gonna say? So here's to starting fresh and sweating it out and embracing the journey all together. I'm really keen to just come back from what results I had last time. I really just want to go hard this time, follow the program and really see where I can get to. But yeah, stay tuned because I'm going to be doing a weekly video of, a weekly video of each program. So it's an 8-week program, this Couch to 5k program, and you'll be able to follow along with me and my journey, and who knows, maybe you'll get started too.